Hey students, in this video we're going to learn how to solve the three variable systems of equations using matrices with technology. So first of all, when you grab your calculator, it has been used by previous students. So the first thing you want to do is reset it. Back here, there's a little button, you press it with the pen or pencil, and it should show like this. This is restarting the calculator. It's clearing any work that has been done, any modifications. So you want to do that for yourself. That way you don't have to adjust things as you go. So when we use the technology to solve using matrices, we still have to practice looking at a system and first asking ourselves, before you begin, make sure your equations are in standard form. So standard form means that you have a coefficient and an x, another coefficient and a y, another coefficient and a z equals a constant. So in that order, x, y, z with coefficients and the constant at the end. So if you notice this example right here are in that order. So what we do now is we use the coefficients and constants to write the augmented matrix. So the augmented matrix is when you just write down the numbers. So we're going to write 2, -3, +4, and 1. And then on the second equation, we're going to write 1, -1, -1, and 1. For the third equation, it's going to be -1, 2, -1, 2. And once we have the augmented matrix, you follow these steps right here. So you open a new document. So when you're at home, you're going to press new document. You can press number 1. It'll open a new document. And then you're going to add a calculator page. So right here, number 1, you add a calculator. You could just press enter or press number 1. After this, it's going to tell you to type RREF. So down here on the keys, you're going to type RREF. You're also going to put the parentheses. These are right here next to 0. And when you open the parentheses, you want to leave the cursor inside. So let me zoom in so you can see it. So it's blinking inside the parentheses. With this cursor inside the parentheses, you are now going to press the button on the right of the key 9. Right here next to 9, you have this button with symbols. This is to access other symbols, so this appears on your screen. And then the instructions say that next on the second row, arrow over to the 5th picture with matrix that looks like this, a little 3x3 matrix. So then right here, you have that picture. So we're going to go down and to the right, and then we press enter. This box is now asking you to write down how many rows and columns do you have. So based on the rows and columns, the example we have right here, it's 3 rows and 4 columns. So we're going to make sure that those numbers are showing. So be careful how you type this. You can either move your cursor around, or you could press and you can click there, or you can also just press tab like a computer, that tab button, and it'll take you to the next part. So we have 3 rows and 4 columns. So we press enter and this appears. So when this appears in your screen, now you're going to enter the augmented matrix that you created, which is this one. We're going to go ahead and type that here. So make sure you carefully type every number correctly, including the negatives, so you can get your answers correct. So I'm going to just type all of these. And then, yes, it's a little bit time consuming, but it saves you a lot of time in the long run. Okay, all numbers have been typed. And now I'm going to just press enter, and then you need to interpret the meaning of your output matrix. So when I press enter, this comes out. So this is similar to what we were seeing in the Gaussian elimination method, where all the zeros are in this little corner. It's still XYZ, XYZ, and XYZ. The only difference is that now you have ones going all across diagonally. So in this example, right here, it shows you the same image of zeros and then the ones diagonally. And what they mean is that those are the variables. In this example, they're using RST as the variables. So they have RST. So that means 1r equals -4, 1s equals -3, and 1t equals -1. So this will be the solution in the order of RST, -4, -3, -1. Next, let's go ahead and do ours. So in our example, we can write down here the matrix we got. So we're going to put 1, 0, 0, 11 over 2, 0, 1, 0, 4, 0, 0, 1, 1/2. So now that we have that, we can interpret that it's in order of x, y, z. And then we're going to put that 1x, so x equals 11 over 2. And then 1y equals 4. And then 1z equals 1/2. And that's it. This is your solution. So as far as justifying y, you can always put that because equations are in order of x, y, z, of x, y, z, and the 1 is the coefficient for each variable. So again, that's why there's zeros all around, because you're just giving the answer by telling you what each variable represents. Okay, so on your notes, you're going to practice these two examples right here, practice number 1 and practice number 2. Make sure you interpret its meaning, what the answer in your calculator represents. And then also, I want to show you the special cases. So special cases is when we do the matrix again, we type RREF, and then we type the matrix. And then when the answers come out, you might notice sometimes that there's zeros all the way across. So you need to remember that it's still in the order of x, y, z. But when there's 0x, 0y's, and 0z's, that means there's nothing left. So we can say that on this side of the equation is a 0, and then right here there's a 1. So it's a mathematical statement, but now you need to ask yourself if this is true or false. 0 equals 1. That is false. 0 does not equal 1. So that means because it's false, this will be the no solution. In other words, when you are given this system and you typed it in the calculator to find the solution through matrix, it shows you that it's going to be no solution for the system. On the other end, we have zeros all across. So same thing, these are x, y, z's. And if 0x, 0y, and 0z are there, that means that you have 0 on this side. And then here you have another 0. So with this, now you ask yourself, does 0 equal 0? Yes, 0 does equal 0. So this is a true statement. And when it's a true statement, you're going to have infinitely many solutions as your answer. So again, they give you a system. Your job is to solve it. You use the matrix method in the calculator to get your answer quickly. And then now you interpret the solution. So if you have zeros all the way across, that's infinitely many solutions. Go ahead and practice these two examples and find out what your solutions are for these. I hope this video helps you.